LB Finance is one of Sri Lanka's premier non-banking financial institutions with a rich history of over 50 years. To recognize their innovative success in the digital world, they were given 2 prestigious awards at the Digital Excellence Award Ceremony 2022. To tell us a bit about the awards and so much more, we have with us 2 officials representing the senior management of LB Finance. Mr. Bimal Pereira, Deputy General Manager, Strategy and Digital Finance. Ms. Dinodaya Abewardana, Chief Manager, Digital Lending. Sir, tell us a bit about the recent award and the recognition.
Thank you, Kameshi, for inviting us. So, LB Finance is a financial intermediary. Our main business is accepting public deposits and lending it to the individuals and the business that need it. So, when you talk about the lending business, think about the conventional way of lending. You think of customers walking into a branch and meeting an agent and filling out forms, and then the approval process done manually, and the loan acceptance, signing again agreements. So there's a whole lot of paperwork involved in that entire journey. So what we've done at LB Finance is we've completely innovated this conventional lending business model. So we've introduced something completely digital. We've gone 100% digital with our lending business. So from the point the customer applies to the loan, the processing, the underwriting, the interviewing the customer, loan agreement signing, which is a digital agreement, and the recovery. So the entire loan journey has been converted to a digital journey. Okay. So this is what was recognized as the best business model innovation at the Digital Excellence Awards organized by the FITIS, the Federation of Information Technology Industry, Sri Lanka. So we also won another award, which is for the third bronze award for the most innovative digital service offering, which recognized the work we've done as a company to transform our conventional business, that is leasing, the loans, the fixed deposit, the savings, into a digital form or digital medium. So our consumers can now consume those products and services using their smartphone. So that was the second recognition we received recently.
What prompted LB Finance to get into digital financial services? Is it a smartphone that is in our hands all the time?
Well, yeah, smartphone is a big factor. So our digital interface, the flagship product is SIM, LB CIM. SIM stands for cash in mobile. So that's your cash you're carrying in your mobile. So that's a smartphone app which is available in both Android and iOS devices. But what prompted us to get into digital space? Yes. So if you look at what has been happening around us, and if you look at our 5-decade-old history, so we've achieved many successes as a company, and the secret behind those successes is that we've always stayed ahead of the competition, and we've understood what our consumers need, what the market demands.
This question is to Mr. Dinodaya. Can you tell us a bit about the app itself, the mobile wallet itself, LB CIM?
Yeah, what LB developed is the LB CIM. So CIM, as Mr. Bimal told, CIM stands for cash in mobile. This is a very simple app designed where anyone can use this very easily. So basically SIM can be used as a saving account, and there's no hidden charges in this. You can transfer money to any bank accounts through SIM app, and also these are the special feature where you can directly link to the bank's other accounts of the customer. So in addition to this, as we know, if I want to make a mobile payment, or let's say insurance payment, or any utility payments, LB CIM would help to in a very easy manner. These payments can be done. So there are special features that helps convenient for the customer.
How do LB customers benefit from this LB CIM app? Why would they use it?
Yeah, the unique feature of LB CIM is that there is a high level of integration between the core banking products of LB. For example, if someone want to service lease or loan rental through LB CIM app, he can easily serve it. He doesn't have to go physically to a branch and make the payments. In fact, the SIM itself would work as a branch.
Okay.
Apart from that, through using LB SIM, you can place a fixed deposit instantly. So, as I told, there is no need to go for the branch. LB SIM would act as a mobile wallet. Beyond that, we have introduced this top up of the gold loan facilities. The customer himself can top up the gold loans, and he can be eligible for the gold loans. So there are so many advantages which not only for the LB or not only for the existing LB customers, but also for the other users. If you have a smartphone, just go to the Play Store and you can download this LB SIM and benefited these value addition services.
So you don't have to be a LB customer, just be an LB customer to use this app,
Of
yes?
course, it's not necessary to be LB customer. It's just you want is a smartphone, and you will be eligible to get these facilities.
Okay. So this question is to Mr. Bimal again. We are now in IR 4.0. A lot of countries in the region have achieved a higher growth trajectory through the advancements in the digital technology. From the financial services point of view, where do we stand as a country with digital financial services? What is the penetration and adaptation level? What are the potential barriers? And what is your company doing about it?
Well, Kameshi, now you are right. So lots of countries in the region, if you look at the progress India has made and Bangladesh has made, and that's through the digital technology. So they've embraced digital technology and they've taken it to the masses. So if you take the story of Sri Lanka, I think as an industry, we have also made good strides. We made good progress. And our regulatory central bank has also been playing a very proactive role in promoting digital payments and digital financial services. So we've achieved a good level of success, but there is a lot more to be achieved. If you look at the penetration, I mean Sri Lanka still the cash dominates still the transactions. Still only less than I would say about 10% of the transactions are done digitally. You call it the mobile wallet, the credit cards, so online payments, all that account for only about 10% or even less than 10% of all transactions. So there is a lot more that we can go and penetrate and make the digital payments popular among the masses. The biggest barrier is we are very much comfortable using cash as a medium of transaction. But if you look at what happened over the last couple of years, I mean the pandemic definitely accelerated the adoption of digital transactions. People who never thought they would transact using a mobile wallet had to start transacting using a mobile wallet or some other medium because there was no other way to do their transactions. So with the experience during the pandemic, I think even the banks and the financial institutions realized the benefits they could derive by promoting digital payments. So there was a lot of investment that has been made in promoting digital payments. But as a company, LB Finance, we want to stay ahead and we want to stay relevant to our customers. So we've understood, yes, digital payments is one part, but I think customers have real needs. There are needs for credit, deposits to be done digitally, using their smartphone. So which is what we've tried to achieve, which is what we've championed through our flagship product SIM. So as they mentioned, so you can now open a digital fixed deposit in 1 minute. I mean, you get an instant deposit certificate. You don't no longer carry paper. Similarly, applying for a loan, like I mentioned, is through your smartphone, right? We have customers who are currently borrowers of our personal loan product. They've completed their KYC or the interview from their workplace. You know, we had chefs wearing chef hats, you know, doing the interview. We had teachers doing the KYC during the interval. We have factory workers doing their lunch break, conducting the KYC. So that's how convenient and accessible we made our technology, which is what we want to champion, you know, and we want to make it a very inclusive product, inclusive that all Sri Lankans, not just the sophisticated, the young guy, everybody will be able to avail these services in a simple yet very affordable way. So that's what we envision as a company, and that's what we try to achieve through our platform.
We are in conversation with two officials from LB Finance. You guys were telling us about the LB CIM as well as the new awards that you guys won. I do have a couple of more questions for y'all. Because LB CIM is is an app that is targeting the smartphones, people do shy away from technology. But how do you reach the not so tech savvy customer?
This is a very simple app that any user can download it from the Play Store, and the usage of this app is less than 10 MB. So anyone who has a basic smartphone can download this app easily and use it. So.
And I think I like to add the fact that the app itself is trilingual, so there will be no language barrier when you're dealing or doing the transaction, especially money related. I also want to ask, because there is a huge hype about the QR code, is the app part of the Lanka QR system?
Yes, I think the QR code became very popular in the last year or so after the fuel crisis and the fuel QR. But yes, your question about Lanka QR, yes, we are also part of the Lanka QR network. Lanka QR is the common QR code of Sri Lanka, which facilitates transactions, small transactions between merchants and customers. So we are working with the central bank and lots of other financial institutions who are part of the network. The real benefit for the country is, as I mentioned in my previous response, that we are still a very cash dependent economy, and for us to move forward and bring that part of the economy that is unaccounted for at the moment is to embrace digital technology and start using digital payments. So Lanka QR is one way of getting those transactions into our accounts and having a digital footprint of those transactions.
And I guess with the QR system, it kind of incorporates the businesses, merchants and traders into the Lanka CIM system as well, yeah?
Yeah, correct. So, I mean, anyone with a QR, Lanka QR code, start accepting payments from anyone who's carrying a smart mobile wallet in their smartphone. And the advantage in Lanka QR is, when you do a digital transaction using a card maybe, there is a cost to this transaction which is borne by the merchant. It is, and if you are using an international card network, there is some foreign currency that is paid out for a local transaction actually. That is because we are using an international network. But the advantage with Lanka QR is it's actually routed within the country. So there is some foreign exchange that we are saving if we do transact using the Lanka QR network. And for the merchants, sometimes accepting card payments can be expensive. You have to invest in the device. Here you just only need to display a sticker, right? So we've actually gone beyond. So there are close to now about 300,000 Lanka QR merchants in the country. Small merchants from the street vendor going up to the supermarkets, they accept QR payments. So what we've done at LB Finance is we've come up with a credit product or credit solution or a loan targeting these Lanka QR merchants. So we've basically incentivized them to record more transactions through QR, through a digital form, to become eligible for a SME or a working capital loan, a small business loan, which is something I think again unique to LB, and we've seen a lot of traction, a lot of interest among the SMEs, MSMEs to transact digitally and to become eligible for this loan.
As you said, because we are we use a lot of cash, and we are scared that we will lose our purse or the wallet. As a mobile wallet that is on our phones, how secure is the app?
Well, so all these mobile apps are regulated or approved by the central bank. So there are very strict security requirements that you have to comply with before you actually come into the market with your product. And actually, I would say your mobile wallet or the cash saved or stored in your wallet is secure than the wallet you carry. Simply because if somebody picks your wallet, you lose everything with it. But even if you lose your phone, because your mobile wallet is secured with your password, and most apps have the biometrics as also another layer of security. So unless the customer or the one who steals your phone has access to your password, right? The money in your app cannot be accessed by anyone who has your smartphone. So it's like if you lose your debit card, you must lose the PIN also with it for someone to use it. Similarly, just because you lose your phone, it doesn't mean that anybody can access your money. And all apps have complied with the security standards, and there are independent audit reports that the financial institutions must provide to the central bank annually, confirming the compliance to the security standards. So I can very safely say your money is secure in a mobile wallet.
So as a part of LB CIM, what other advancements or what other improvements are we expecting in the years to come, or do you have any projects planned?
Yeah, so we've identified the Sri Lankan population and the changes in the demographics. If you look at the workforce, we have about 8 million people in the workforce, and if you look at the people in that age group or the workforce, half of them are under the age of 40. You have the millennials becoming a very dominant group, and then you have the Gen Z who are becoming very influential. So you have to understand them and how they consume products and services. And gone are the days where they would spend hours in a bank branch and filling out forms, or walk into an ATM to withdraw cash or to deposit some money. So I mean, right now the most essential device to you is your smartphone. You wake up with your smartphone, you go to sleep with your smartphone. So therefore, if you want to access credit, make an investment, make a saving, or make payments, you want to make sure that it is done through your smartphone. So we've understood this. We've understood the dynamics of our population, and we've tailor-made solutions to suit their needs. So the personal loan product, which is 100% digital loan product, there is a very high take-up since the launch. We launched it last year, during the crisis, but the response has been tremendous. And we also want to educate our customers, because there are also scams, lots of scams happening through the internet, promising so many things, and there are a lot of unregulated products, financial products offered by unknown entities. So we want to educate the customer also when they want to access financial services, whom they should trust and what they should be looking into, the credibility of those institutions. And with that, we want to make our products and keep the customer at the center of the product, make them customer centric, make them simple, make them relevant, and make them convenient. I think people now compare the convenience. We think convenience is the new price.
Yes.
So that's what they are after. So LB CIM is all about making that convenience, making that whole digital experience as simple as possible.
Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Bimal and Mr. Dinodaya, for educating us about LB CIM. And I hope you guys learnt something about LB finance products as well as their mobile wallet. I hope you guys have an amazing day.